What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Commanders Week 17 preview as Deshaun Watson and the 6-9 Cleveland Browns traveled to Landover, Maryland to face off against either Taylor Heineke or Carson Wentz and the 7-7-1 Washington Commanders. Now, of course, while our season is essentially over since we lost to the Saints last week, the Commanders are still hanging on even after they lost to the 49ers. They still have a chance to make the playoffs. And honestly, it would be nice to see the Browns go out there and play spoiler this week and essentially end the Commander season because the Commanders pretty much have to win out to have a chance to get to the playoffs. So they lose one game, they're done. And I would love to see the Browns go out there and play spoiler. But that's asking an awful lot from this team because I have a feeling that now that we are eliminated, a lot of the players are essentially going to be playing with one foot out the door, which means they're not going to be putting out all out effort. They're going to be just conserving themselves for the off season. You know? I hope I don't see that, but I have a feeling some of those players will be sandbagging, as they say. They won't be going all out. Now, of course, I do believe a lot of the players will be going all out as, their paychecks are on the line, especially the players that are on 1 year deals and they're trying to play for another contract. I believe those guys are going to go out there and play like they, want a new contract. But the guys that, already got their money, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just going to be low key sandbagging a little bit. What about Miles Garrett? Nah, Miles ain't going to sandbag. Nah, he's not that kind of guy. He's going to go all out no matter what happens off the field and everything, no matter what our record is. But I mean, you look at the Commanders, what they went through last week against the 49ers. They got crushed pretty good. Like the game was actually tied 7 apiece at halftime, and then the Niners outscored them 30-13 in the second half. Brock Purdy diced him up for 234 yards passing, 2 tutties, did throw one pick, got sacked 3 times, but he had a rating of 114.6. In fact, that game got so bad that the Commanders brought in Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz didn't do too bad. 12 of 16, 123 yards, threw a touchdown, did not get sacked, had a rating of 117.5. Taylor Heineke, on the other hand, 13 of 18, 186 yards, 2 tutties, 1 interception, got sacked twice, and had a rating of 114.6. So, I mean, neither quarterback really did that bad. It's just that the Niners are just that damn good of a team. They are rolling. I mean, for real, they're scorching hot right now. They're going to be a very hard team to stop in the playoffs. Now, when it comes down to news or propaganda, I obviously have no propaganda because this team doesn't really have anything to propagandize right now. I mean, just the vibe around the team is just all messed up. We got Browns fans out here thinking that we're gonna fire Stefanski and everything, and now apparently, uh, word is that Jimmy Haslam saw what the volunteers were doing with their air raid system, and I guess he wants the Browns to do some sort of variation of that next year. So we'll see what happens there. Does that mean we get rid of AVP and bring in a new OC, who will probably still won't call plays because we all know Kevin Stefanski loves to call plays? I don't know what's going to happen with that. But yeah, when it comes to news and propaganda, I got no propaganda for you. It's just the way it is. Now, we look at the series history between these two teams, and believe it or not, the Browns have pretty much dominated this series between the Redskins slash football team slash Commanders. They've dominated it. Yeah. They lead the series 34-12-1. Most of those wins coming when the Redskins were in their infancy in the 50s and 60s when the Browns were just a straight up juggernaut. Washington's last win was in 2016 in the game where the female ref famously gave the Redskins the ball, even though Duke Johnson blatantly had the ball in his hands. I still cannot believe that ref did that. I mean, we fumbled. Duke recovered. He's literally walking around with the ball in his hands, showing the referees, like, hey, I got the ball right here. Ref just ignored him and said, nope, Redskins ball. That was just the way that season was going, I guess. And of course, the Browns won their last meeting in 2020 when they tormented poor Dwayne Haskins, rest in peace. And yeah, they got several turnovers off of Haskins, and Myles Garrett went off. Now we look at my three keys to victory. Key number one, try to stop their pass rush by utilizing RPOs and bootlegs. I mean, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat. Those guys are straight up dogs, and they can get after you. If we know anything about a Ron Rivera defense, I think Jack Del Rio's still there. So yeah, very aggressive defense. They have good pass rushers, good linebackers. Their defense ain't no joke. So if I'm Kevin Stefanski, I'm trying to get Deshaun Watson out of the pocket, get him away from those pass rushers, and just let him utilize his legs. Because his legs are his best weapon, for sure. Number two, get after the quarterback. No matter who it is. Heineke or Wentz, get after him. Get pressure on him, and maybe force a turnover or two, or three, or four, or five. And key number three, it's simple. Play a good 4 quarters or and overtime if needed. Yeah. Give me a solid 4 quarters of good football, and we should be able to win this game. It's that simple. I mean, then, like I said, the Commanders are a very good team, but talent wise, I think we're right up there with them. If we can execute our game plan to the best of our ability, we should be able to win this game, in my opinion. Player to watch, Deshaun Watson, none. I think this could be a game where he just goes off. I'd love to see it. My prediction, I have the Browns winning 24-14. Now I'm going to probably have people in the comments saying, I said the Browns winning by more than one touchdown. I think it'll be a 3-point lead for the Browns, and then we score a touchdown to seal it. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think of the predictions and stuff. By the way, did you guys notice my green screen? If you haven't yet, yeah, I got a green screen for Christmas. So now things are going to get more creative. Yeah, my backgrounds and stuff are going to be more creative now. You're not just going to be seeing my wall anymore. So we'll see what else I cook up for my backgrounds and stuff. But yeah, should be a good game. I'm excited. Shout out to all the Commanders fans out there. Awesomeness Sports. I saw your video a little bit ago that you tagged me in. Shout out to all the other Commanders fans out there. Tall Stack, I saw him in the chat and Duke Bothers' stream last night. Good to see you, buddy. You know, shout out to who else? You have well, I don't even know. There's too many guys. But yeah, shout out to all the Commanders fans out there, especially the OGs, the guys that have been around forever. And yeah, hopefully you have a good game. You know, hopefully everyone can stay healthy and we can all get out of this and get ready for next week. So hopefully the Browns can win though, and unfortunately end your season. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And I'm out.